Today's episode is one of those raw, real, and honestly kind of difficult stories to tell because it's not a story about getting through it. It's a story about what happens after the truth explodes your entire life and how you find your voice in the rubble. There's a before and after in my life, a line in the sand I didn't choose, but I had to respond to. It was the moment I found out my daughter had been abused by her father. My whole body knew. We don't stay silent. We don't cover up. We don't protect predators. So I spoke to the authorities, to my community, to my kids. And I made the hardest decision a mother could ever make, to turn away from the illusion of family to protect the people who mattered most, my kids. But here's what I didn't talk about. Not at first. Not with them. It was my own abuse. When I was younger, I went through something similar. And like so many survivors, I locked it away. I survived it. I buried it. I told myself it wasn't relevant anymore. I had grown up. I had moved on. But it was relevant because the man who hurt my daughter knew that story. He knew I had been abused as a child, and he used that truth against me in the most twisted way. He told her it was okay, that it was our family secret. This was just a thing that happens, that mom had gone through it too. He weaponized my silence to normalize his abuse. He made my pain part of his permission. And I want to pause here for a second because this is where some people can get it wrong. I wasn't hiding my truth out of shame. I wasn't silent because I was trying to protect my abuser. I was silent because I was a mother trying to protect her children's innocence, because I believed that they didn't need to carry the weight of my past. But predators look for silence, twist it, manipulate it. They turn it into a tool. And when I realized that, I knew I had to speak again. But this time, not just about what happened to my daughter, but about what happened to me. That shift from silence to speaking wasn't just about telling the truth. It was about reclaiming my voice, my power, my story. I realized that if I didn't tell it, someone else would. And they could twist it or use it against me, or worse, use it against them. So I started saying the truth out loud, even when it hurts, even when it scares me, even when it makes other people uncomfortable. I have stopped making myself small to protect people who have not protected me, who didn't protect my children. I've stopped worrying about being too much or even what people think about me at all. And I just started leading. Okay, now let me be honest. My journey has not been glamorous or linear. It's been messy and chaotic and gut-wrenching at times. But you know what else it's been? Holy, sacred, literally transformational. Because the moment I stopped hiding was the moment I started building. I'm building trust with my kids. I'm building community with other survivors. And I'm building a business that doesn't just make money, that makes an impact. I'm building a version of myself that I actually want to be. Not perfect, not polished, but powerful in my own skin. If you've been through it, if you've been told to stay quiet, if your pain was dismissed, if your survival was used against you, I want you to hear this. You get to speak now. You get to own your truth, even if someone else used it to do harm. That's not on you. That was never yours to carry. And if your voice feels shaky, that's okay. Power doesn't come from volume, it comes from truth. Even whispered, your truth has weight. This season of the podcast isn't about rehashing the past. It's about building the future. A future where your voice is not just heard, but honored. A future where your kids don't have to heal from the silence you were forced to carry. A future where truth lives in the open, where healing and leadership coexist. So if you're listening to this and you've been holding your story inside, let this be the permission you need. Let this be the moment you realize you can still speak. You can still heal. And you absolutely can still lead. Woo! Take a breath. Because this isn't just about pushing through or keeping your head down. This is a season of stepping up, of making moves. And the move is breaking the pattern, choosing differently, learning to trust yourself enough to stop, recalibrate, and move with intention. Breaking cycles, not just for you, but for the generations that come after you. If this episode resonated, please send it to someone who needs it, because real conversations deserve to be heard. And if you enjoyed today's episode, I'd love for you to leave a review on Apple or Spotify. It helps us reach more people who are ready to step it up. Listen, if you're not just here to survive, but to build something real, whether it's in your life, your leadership, or your business, let's connect. Whether you want to work with me, book me as a speaker, or learn how to build a brand that actually aligns with your purpose, head over to krystalcasey.com/links. Everything you need is there. And remember, you were never meant to just keep going. You were meant to break the cycle, build something real, and reclaim your power. Keep leading, keep creating, and I'll see you back here next Tuesday.